Hi, I'm Melanie from Nova Scotia, Canada, and this is Adventures in Groceryland. It's Friday, and that means this is our weekly meal video upload. There were a lot of cold meals this week because it is grossly hot here in Nova Scotia. We are in a heat wave. Check out what we had. I think that even though some of the meals were cold, everything was pretty fabulous. I'm going to make some smoothies. We are going to use this blueberry yogurt, banana. This is the last of my Costco bananas. Some of this fruit medley. I am going to put flaxseed in it. I'm going to put milk, but I'm also going to put a little bit of this cranberry twist just to give it a little bit of a different, switch things up. Oh yes, and I need to grab the protein powder. All right, here we go. Oh, it's not plugged in. All right, take two. Here we go. See how the color changes? As soon as that spinach starts blending up. Smoothies. Really, really great taste with that little bit of the cranberry twist juice in there. Really yummy. Broccoli cauliflower salad for the win. Woo! Tonight for supper we are having baked oven subs. I'm very excited about this. So we're going to use some of this meat that we got week before last, or I guess the grocery shopping for last week, which seems further away than last week. The buns, we've got spinach. This is red onions. We've got tomatoes. We've got cucumber. I will probably also have peppers on mine. The handsome one probably won't. Ooh, and I'm getting out some olives. And also some black olives. Yay. And cheese, of course. These are going to be heated in the oven. All right, I've got the sub buns sliced and I've got the meat out. We're going to do 1.5 pieces of ham so that we can get it the entire length of the sub, and 3 pieces of this kind of meat, and 3 pieces, I think this is called mortadella, and 3 pieces of the mortadella. We'll see how that looks. All right, the ham is on. Now let's do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then the last piece, or the last kind. Perfect. We'll start with this. That's plenty of meat. And now let's cut the veggies and get them on. I've already got the oven preheating. All right, in the oven they go. This is looking great. Let's get the toppings on. This is what we have for toppings. Both of us are going to have onions, tomatoes. The handsome one is going to have cucumber, and I'm going to have peppers and olives. All right, we've both got some greens and some onions. Tomatoes, and let's get some olives on mine. And then we're both having salt and pepper and spinach. Oven subs. Yummy. Wow, this one doesn't look yummy to me. It has mayo on it. It's the handsome ones. If I would have had honey mustard, I would have put that on. And often I just eat mine plain. Plain mustard is fine. Very happy. They look great. It's a nice day to eat with a nice view of the lake. Before we even do anything else for the day, we thawed some steaks out last night. I've got them pierced here now. We are going to marinate them with this honey and shallots marinade, and I'm also going to add in some of this. It's kind of like, well, it's called butcher's block, and it's kind of like a saltless Montreal steak. All right, so first, ooh, I did shake it, but I think maybe I need to shake it some more. All right, here we go. Lots, and this looks great. Lunch today is going to be a smoothie. I have protein powder, flaxseed. I'm going to use this orange pure breakfast juice. I don't know if I'm going to add any milk in it or not. We've got this fruit medley, a banana, spinach, and vanilla yogurt, and I ripped this as I was getting it out. You can see how pinkish this berry mixture is. I added the spinach on top so that we could see the different color. Oh, I guess it's still pretty berry. Smoothies for lunch. The barbecue is just warming up now. We've already cooked the potatoes for 10 minutes in the microwave before they're going in, and these will go on before we put the steaks on. I should flip them again another time. Flip them inside the marinade, I mean. We decided we are going to have some of the Brussels sprouts that we still have to go with our supper tonight. We're boiling them tonight, and I'm going to add a cheese slice. So that's different from last time we had them, which was barbecue with spices. So far we have steak and the Brussels sprouts. We will add the potatoes. I slice them, butter, and then we'll see what we have in the fridge to add on. Steak, Brussels sprouts with cheese, and loaded baked potatoes. Looks amazing. Yummy. I am going to make oven subs for lunch today. We're each having a half of a oven sub because there was only 3 in the package. So we're each having a half of this. And the steaks were really, really large last night. There was leftovers, as you can see in here. So we are going to have steak subs. So I'm going to do it the same as last time. I'm going to put the steak on, then I'm going to put the cheese on, and we're going to melt it. I'm going to use the air fryer. It's a lot smaller, and keep the heat out of the house. It's really hot out. And something different, in this pan I have mushrooms, onions, and peppers, and we're going to give them a little bit of a fry, and so those will be a topping on the steak oven subs. Just very excited. Just for change, switch things up. These look amazing. Tons of meat. Like, there would have been enough for bigger subs, but we're just going to use this up because, of course, this is the last of the sub bun, and we are going to call these double meat. So it's like we're getting double meat at Subway. I'm going to get the cheese on here. The onions, mushrooms, and peppers are looking good. All right, this is looking great. Onions, mushrooms, and peppers are ready to be added. We decided that the only toppings that we needed were the mushroom, onions, peppers, so we're not adding spinach or tomatoes or anything else. The handsome one had the Kinder barbecue sauce, and I had bullseye. These look amazing. This is probably going to sound really crazy, but I enjoy this steak oven sub with the mushrooms, onions, and peppers more than what I enjoyed the steak dinner last night. I know, sounds pure craziness. From the 2.5 kg package of sausages that I purchased, this is how they broke down. There were 4 bacon and cheddar, 4 mild Italian, 4 Mexican, 4 white wine and shallots, 5 maple, and 5 Toulouse. So I have them all packaged. Of course, we're going to eat the maple ones. We're going to have those barbecued for supper. With our sausages tonight, we are having sliced potatoes on the barbecue. We're also having asparagus, and I already made that tray. The handsome one's already whisked it away. It's already out on the barbecue. There's butter on the bottom of this. I am going to add some butter on the top, and I'm covering this in tin foil We already covered the asparagus in tinfoil. The last couple times we barbecued, we left the trays open and we felt that they just were a little bit crispier than what we wanted. So we'll add the tinfoil on top, and that will help to keep some of the steam inside and help to keep the vegetables a little softer, I guess, less crispy. Yeah, getting ready to put this on. These are looking great. The sausages are still on the barbecue. The sausages are done. We actually decided to put the potatoes back on. We took the tinfoil off and we're putting them back on the barbecue and closing the lid. Supper tonight is maple sausages with barbecued asparagus and potatoes. Smells great. Looks great. No barbecue sauce on mine. The Antoine has lots of barbecue sauce on his. I cut my sausages, a little bit of that bullseye for dipping, salt and pepper on the potatoes, ready to rock. Cold plates today. We have cold cuts. We have some of the specialty cheese. So this is the cheddar and the cranberry cheese. We've got olives and we've got some pasta, or not pasta, broccoli salad. Yeah, it's hot-o. It's a hot one. This cheese is so delicious. I can't even really put into words of how good it tastes. For supper tonight, we are going to try these chicken, broccoli, and cheese stuffed chicken breasts. We are going to make it with lemon chicken orzo, and I'm not making a full package of this. I'm making a third of the package of this, and tomatoes go in this. We also have some leftover broccoli and cauliflower that's fresh, and we are just going to boil those with a little bit of cheese. This is the size of the chicken breast. I think these are pretty reasonable, pretty decent sized. And I got out this little tray that I have because it is just way too hot to have the oven on. I am going to bake these in the air fryer. The package is 40 grams, so I need 13.33 grams to be a third. I'm good with 13. Oops. I don't know why that happened. I'm good with 12. All right, let's add the mixture into the water. We'll get this all stirred up. All right. We'll add the orzo, add some cherry tomatoes, and let's get this turned on. Now, to add some spinach. It's looking good. Supper tonight is cheese and broccoli stuffed chicken breast with lemon chicken orzo with spinach and tomatoes. Looks really, really great. I'm going to make a cold plate for lunch today, so I'm going to make some tuna salad, and we'll have tuna salad and some cut veggies, yeah, and maybe some of that delicious cheese. All right, we'll get the tuna in. Little more mayo, I already added some. I added some lemon dilly, so we'll get that all stirred in together as well. We're in another heat wave, heat warning, so cold lunches are definitely the thing. So tuna salad, cut pepperoni, some celery, some cucumbers, and some of that delicious cheese. All right, for the burgers for supper, the handsome one wants a double burger tonight, so he's having 2 smaller, just regular patties. I just want 1 burger and 1 regular size burger, not a double burger, and I'm having a stuffed cheddar burger. 2 little burgers, 1 big burger. We are going to use this Kinder's barbecue sauce that I got at Costco a while back. Normally, I don't have any barbecue sauce. I don't like anything like that, but I told the handsome one that tonight I'm going to try the barbecue sauce. We'll see what that's all about. But it's got to be baked on. It can't be like a lot of goopy, runny sauce. I almost forgot. It's a real nice night on the lake, but it is grossly heat wave hot here. No relief from the heat. It is incredibly, incredibly hot out, so we had decided we were just going to have burgers, no sides. The handsome one is having the double here, and he's having this kind of cheese. That's mine in the back. I'm having actual cheddar, marble cheese, and the handsome one has decided he's going to make a few fries. All right, it's hot, hot, hot out, and I'm going to try my hand at another iced coffee. I've prepared my mug differently this time. Really frothed up the cream and add lots and lots of milk. And let's try this and see how this works, since I now know better. Nothing so far. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. There it's coming. Okay. See how this turns out. I'm excited. Last time it was underfull. Now this time I got this mess. But I'm hopeful that this is going to taste really great. All right, let's try the moment of truth. Now that's a good iced coffee. I'm excited. Yay! Our fridge has a deli crisper. And every single time I open up the deli crisper, either to get out cheese or to get out any kind of cold cuts, that's typically what we keep in there, I see these little tortillas. These are quite old. They do still feel like they're flexible, but I am going to use up some of these today. I don't even know why I bought, like, they're really tiny. I can't even remember what I have these for in the first place, but I'm going to make melts today. So we are going to use some cold cuts, some cheese. No, I'm not opening the oven up. I'm going to put these in the air fryer. It is, again, that hot today, but I just want to use up some of this stuff. I don't know, I may put a few veggies on the top, but nothing too crazy because I want the cheese to melt and like holds the ingredients in place. All right, for lunch, I was just going to make 2 each of these little things, but I'm trying to use up the actual tortillas, and the handsome one said if I make a couple extra, he can have those as snacks. I'll just put them in the fridge for later, so that works. 2 tortillas were stuck together on this tray, so now I got total 7. This salami was a really good deal that I got at Kingswood Market several weeks ago. I bought 2 packages of them, one for right in the fridge and then a second one for right in the freezer. I find when I get really great deals on cold cuts that they freeze awesome. And in the de-thawing process, all you need to do is, if you find, of course, because they're a little liquidy because they froze and now the crystallization is thawing, I just put them on a paper towel. I take them out of the actual package, put them on a paper towel, pat them, and then store them in a separate container, like a Tupperware container or Rubbermaid container in the fridge with a clean, fresh piece of paper towel or napkin, whatever you have, to take up any of the excess moisture, and they work out great. I made fried mushrooms, onions, and peppers on the steak oven subs earlier this week. There's this much left over, so I'm going to spread that out between I'm going to call them melts, and I'm going to add a little bit of spinach on as well. All right, this is what we got. This is going to go in the air fryer. I never made anything like this before, but just trying to use up some supplies that we have and keep the kitchen as cool as possible. Hopefully the air fryer doesn't heat it up that much. These turned out great. I'm happy with these. Look at that. Yummy. We're having burgers again tonight, but this time it's going to be chicken breast burgers. I am going to throw maybe 2 different trays together with a couple medleys. There's like Brussels sprouts in here and broccoli and cauliflower. Throw a couple of this stuff together. It is grossly hot. It's 30 degrees inside the house. That is 86 Fahrenheit. Yes, I did Google the conversion. It is just way too hot to have anything on, even including the air fryer. So we're just going to keep everything outside. All right, to go with the chicken burgers. This is the leftover broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. There is butter, some spices in here. This is zucchini, peppers, and mushrooms. There's a little olive oil and some spices in here. We'll cover both of these up with tin foil and they'll go on the barbecue. Looking good. The handsome one thought a little flavored mayo would be nice on the chicken burgers. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. There's not much left in that jar. A little bit of this to make a little bit of a spicy aioli. Looks good. That looks good. I'm going to do a little peek. Oh, that looks good too. Great. The little aioli spread looks good. Hopefully not too hot. This is a delicious looking supper. So we've got chicken burgers with 2 different kinds of sides. We do have tomatoes on the burgers. Looks great. I'm excited. The meals were really great this week. What did you think? Do you want to know what I think my favorite meal was? It was the last one, the chicken burgers with the grilled veggies on the barbecue. The little tray that we had that had the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the Brussels sprouts with just butter and some spices was absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite thing this week. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would do so. It will help me. Likes, shares, comments, they help me as well. I value your feedback.